Hello everybody, Siraz here, and today I'm going to bring you another cast. Like I said, I'm really trying to get a lot more do a lot more casts than I have in the past month, because I've been really busy, but now I got a lot of time on my hands, so should be seeing a lot more shoutcasting from me. I don't know if I really shoutcast or what my casting style is. I try to be somewhat informative about what's going on, but yeah, so hopefully we'll see some more of my casts in the future. And also, the last couple casts I did, for some reason my sound sounded really weird, and I didn't catch it, but I have no idea why that is the case, but I don't think, or I think it should be better now, so hopefully I am correct. It sounds pretty good to me listening to my own voice. I have like an audio repeater, so all the sound feeds to my headset. Yeah, way too much information, not like you guys really, it doesn't really matter, but the point is, I hope the audio is good. But yeah. Alright, so what do we got over here? We got Huck spawning as the blue Protoss, and they're on Shakira's Plateau. Very good Zerg favored, or it's a Zerg favored map, I think. Well, I should clarify that. It's Zerg favored in these positions, for sure. When you're in the close positions, though, I think it's a little, it's more balanced, more of a balanced map, so should be a good game. And down here we have Junwi, who I'm sure you guys have all heard of before. Junwi Pyramid. He's played in the GSL. I know, I've seen some of his games, so I don't know too much about him, but I have heard the name before, so I assume he's a very good Korean Zerg. And we do have a little like rush here. I don't know what the timing was on that, but it's gonna be fine. Huck's gonna hold this off, no problem. I mean, he's got a complete wall in. He's just golden here. Got that cannon going up, and these Zerglings are being forced to retreat once again. So Huck, solid position, nothing to worry about here. That might have actually been a 6 pool. I did not see. I was too busy talking at the beginning, but you know, Huck definitely has the advantage here. He has complete walling up, Zealot out, got a cannon up, and there's no way this is going to be broke. And now the Zerg player is going to have to play a little bit of catch up, but he should be doing okay. He's got that queen out. He is not too far behind in the worker count, and he should be able to catch up just by pumping a few rounds of drones, and should be completely solid. So in the meantime, Huck looks like just kind of teching, not doing anything too crazy. Just going to sit behind his wall, tech. Maybe we'll see some air tech here. Has been becoming really popular in this matchup, so that would not surprise me at all. And Junwi taking an expansion here. Nice, excellent, exactly what he needs to do. Not getting any gas yet, and I really like this. This will allow him to work on his economy or boost his economy a lot faster than if he put down some gas. And as you can see, even though he pooled really early, he's almost caught up to Huck's worker count, and I mean, he will be shortly after some of these workers pop, so looking pretty good. And looks like the Forge is going to get taken out. And where is Huck going to transition to from here? Has 3 gates, so maybe just a 3-gate expand build. Maybe, he'll probably put out a little bit of pressure here. Oh, maybe not. I was thinking he might go attack with like just a round of Zealots and put some pressure on the Zerg, which is, I mean, that's what you need to do, just so the Zerg doesn't drone up till his heart's content. And I think one of the reasons Huck's not too worried about that, though, is he knows that it was a really fast pool, and those Lings attacked, hit Huck's base really early. So Huck knows he has a little bit of an advantage here, and should be fine just not playing too aggressively and kind of focusing on his income, etc. And an Overlord did die. One must have just been sacked by Junwi. You know, I'm talking about things and I miss all these little things, but yeah, an Overlord did die. And a little supply block there, but not a big deal. And what? Yeah, so Junwi should be feeling pretty good here. He knows it's only a 3-gate at this point, so this attack might put a little pressure on him, but he should be, or definitely be fine against it, and will be able to repel it. When he has 3 spines plus a few lings probably on the way, and he's not even building lings. Wow, all right, so he's feeling really good. And that the 3-gate build is really not too hard to fight or fend off, I guess, as a Zerg player. The thing you got to watch for, though, which is probably what Huck's going to do, is his next attack. There's a couple different ways the Protoss player can go from here. And another Overlord getting sniped. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, there's a couple different ways the Protoss player can kind of go from here. One of the most popular recently is the 5-gate, 6-gate, or whatever you want to call it. Some players can do it with 5, some do it with 6. That sort of 2-base attack. Very strong, very hard to hold off if you're not ready for it. And we do have a hallucinate from Huck, so this is very nice. Using some hallucinated Phoenix to scout, which is really solid. Really solid. He might even end up scaring Junwi Prime into trying to counter Phoenix instead of whatever. And yeah, we do have the Phoenix in here, so as long as he does not show that it's a hallucinate, he might actually scare some stuff off. But looks like, I mean, if Junwi is paying attention, he should see what's going on. And looks like Junwi going to go for a Mutaling play. Not a bad idea at all, definitely. On this map, Mutaling can be very strong. And look at all these spines. He's very worried about any sort of 6-gate pressure here from Huck. And that's why it's really hard to go Mutaling these days, because of these mid-game timing pushes by Protoss that just hit before you get mutas and just wreck you. So, but however, okay, so where I'm going with that is on certain maps, you can take advantage of the map design and actually still go Mutaling, because I mean, look how small this choke is, right? Very small. And by just spamming spine crawlers, Junwi will be able to defend against any sort of mass gateway mid-game pressure. But on maps like Metalopolis, where there's a much larger open area at your natural, where you can't defend with just like spines all that easily, you will lose to those mid-game timing attacks. So a lot of Zerg players do like to go Mutaling. It's just not viable not viable on certain maps. But anyways, looks like Huck doing something interesting here. Going to go Robo Bay. So not going to go for any sort of mid-game pressure. Just going to try and make that death ball of Colossus and Stalker and Sentry, and see if he can make hit a nice timing and kill Junwi. Wow, so getting a couple links there. Some nice force fields by Huck. Just kind of poking out, taking his 3rd. Junwi taking a 4th and 5th, so double spin here. And the mutas are in the base of Huck. Will he be able to deal with this? Yeah, I think his forces will get back in time. He'll lose a couple workers. Check the income tab. I mean, he's lost a couple. He's down a little bit, but not too bad. Nothing you can't recover from. I mean, definitely. You know, no way, shape, or form is Huck out of this game. But the mutas did force Huck to cancel this expansion, so his 3rd is going to be very late, and he needs to get that up relatively soon, or he's just going to get overrun by the macro of the Zerg player. So I'd like to see, you know, Huck take care of that. And whoa, look at all these cannons Huck does not want to deal with mutas anymore, so just throwing down a ton of cannons. Some Lings coming in here, going to try and snipe that pylon. And Huck going to kill the Ling. So probably not worth it for the Lings, really. I mean, just a pylon. Huck did get a little supply blocks, you know, so maybe a little bit better. But mutas on the other side going to try and snipe this Twilight Council, and that'd be huge. Oh, they get it! Excellent. So Huck can no longer blink, or no longer has blink researching, so that'll make it a lot harder for Huck to deal with these mutas. And oh, are they actually going to snipe this Colossus? They definitely could. Going for sentries instead, though. Getting 3 sentries and just backing off. So every little bit helps. Those units were quite out of position there. But Huck starting to go, or get some Templar. And this should help him deal with these mutas a little bit better. Templar can force the mutas to keep moving and do damage since they usually kind of clump up. And pretty good, pretty strong. You have to get Templar to deal with mutas if you're not going air. Otherwise, the Zerg will just get such a huge clump. And look at this. I mean, now he's to the point where he can just tank cannons and kill them, and then force Huck to run away with his workers. And this is exactly what you don't want to happen when you're fighting Muta Ling. So a bunch of Lings coming out, going to see where they're heading, going to try and snipe this expansion again. That would really suck. Huck's going to be frustrated with this for sure, but he is warping in some stuff, and he should be able to defend enough zealots there to easily clean that up. But these mutas continuing to just be a complete pain. Sniping Stalkers, pretty good muta control here by Junwi. No surprise though, he is a member of what is it? Something Miracle. IM is Miracle. Intelligent Miracle. Interesting Miracle. I don't remember. Impossible Miracle. It's something like that. One of the really strong Korean StarCraft 2 clans or teams. But yeah. So Huck finally does have his third up though, and he's gonna have to defend that. Gonna be very hard against all these mutas. I mean, the muta count is getting pretty high. We can actually take a look here. 22 mutas. Really, Huck doesn't have what he needs to really defend against 22 mutas. He might be able to do it just due to the fact that he has those high Templar, but he does not have a very high Stalker count or Sentry count, so this could really, really hurt Huck, and he might be in a lot of trouble here if we see a big Ling Muta attack. But these mutas continuing to snipe whatever they can, and oh no, are they going to get the Cyber Core? Wouldn't that be a pain? But Blink is done. They get the Cyber Core anyways, though, and that's going to make it really hard for Huck to deal with these mutas. He needs to get that Cyber Core up to continue to reinforce his Stalker and Sentry number. And right now, he's basically praying that he can hold off with high Templar. And that's going to be very, very hard to do. Also putting down a lot of cannons. This is pretty smart from Huck. And the reason I say this is because, you know, he's blocked on a Stalker count. So if we see let's look at the production tab. We have no more mutas coming, kind of a surprise there. But if we had a ton more mutas coming, it would be very hard for the Zerg player, or for the Protoss player to deal with these, like a huge number of mutas. But actually, Junwi is more or less capped. Well, he is capped. He's at 198. Well, yeah, more or less. But Huck's saying, all right, I gotta make something happen. It's 3 base to like the rest of the map, so I guess there's a couple expansions not taken, but not many. And we'll have to see how this works out. Big Storm just decimating those Lings. Storm obviously incredibly good against Lings. And all those Lings do go down. This is kind of the problem with Muta Ling. Your Lings can get destroyed very, very quickly by AoE stuff, but at the same time, these mutas poking in here, just going to do a ton of damage. Couple high Templar warped in though, and those storms were great, drastically lowering that muta ball. And wow, great control by Huck. He really evened it back up here. But we have 12 Ultralisk on the way. And the thing is, will Huck be able to deal with this? This is going to take him by surprise. I mean, Junwi more or less is capped on Ultralisk now, and very hard to deal with it with this ground sort of army. Storm, terrible against it. Stalkers are okay. You have to blink micro them well. I don't know what his upgrades look like. Let's see here. 1-1. Zealots will still do okay against Ultras, but as soon as he gets any higher level upgrades, it's going to be very hard for those units to compete against Ultras. So really, Huck does not have much to fight Ultras here, and as soon as he's popped, I mean, it's going to be very hard for Huck to defend. Kind of excited to see if he manages to pull this off. Look at all these Ultras. You know, Huck could use the train to his advantage if he gets in a good situation, like a good choke here. Ultras are not that effective, and wow, these mutas and lings once again canceling this expansion. So really limiting Huck, but Huck doing some damage of his own, going to take care of an expansion of Junwi, but now all the Ultras are here, and they're not attacking. Wow, alright, interesting. So just going to let Huck run away. Interesting choice there, but kind of makes sense, I guess. I mean, he knows he is up on base count by a ton. He's got a ton of minerals banked. As long as he can just keep Huck from taking a fourth, he's going to be in a very, very solid position. So, and wow, look at all those High Templar. That is a high Templar count. Looking at the unit counting tab, 14 High Templar. Though these mutas trying to pick it off. Some nice storms though, and Blink Stalkers finally putting an end to the muta threat. And some workers over here not really doing much. Poor guys. But look at all the Ultras moving out. Still capped. Huck, way to go. And his upgrades aren't all that hot. But neither are the Zerg players. And let's see, those Storms actually doing quite well against the Ultras. Surprising, but now they're finally hitting the Stalkers. Some nice blink there. And looks like, wow, Huck is going to be able to hold Ultralisk. Not even doing close to as well as I thought they would in that battle. Ultralisk suck these days, man. Ultralisk suck. But Zerg player just instantly macros up his army. Actually kind of behind Huck in the food count. No, about even. Poor Ultralisk gonna get taken out there very quickly. And Lings, though, I don't understand why he decided to go for Mass Ling. It's not the best choice here. Archon and Colossus and Storm all just decimate Lings, but maybe he just wanted to get the army real quick to hold. And here we go, all the Lings being sent in, but not doing too much damage. And Huck just continues to advance forward, taking out all these spine crawlers. And now Junwi's kind of panicking here to get up an army in time. He needs, he just needs units. I mean, he has stuff macroed up. What is he making here? More Ultralisk, but Ultralisk did not do that well against this army of Huck. I guess he has 12 coming, so that might do a little bit better here, but they're going to come piecemeal, and they need to all be together. There we go. Army looking a little better now. The Ultralisk coming in, some nice surrounds with those Lings. Looks like he actually might snipe that Colossus. Yeah, the Colossus is going to go down to Lings, and Huck's army is going to get decimated here for sure. Oh, whoa! Nice blink there, though, up onto the cliff, and now there are no Overlords to really, well, honestly, there's no stuff that can even shoot up there, so Huck saving some Stalkers there. Very nice. Every little bit in this battle definitely helps, as Huck now has a lot of work to do, as he is down quite a bit in the food count. And where is that Nidus Worm? Going to probably unload here and then attack this base of Huck. Yep, looks like that is the case. And this game really getting into the late game, and this is getting really hard for Huck to deal with. And even a drop, so we're going to see like a backdoor attempt with these rocks, looks like, or possibly just a drop up here, and at the same time, Huck being forced to defend down here. This will probably catch him by surprise, and it'll probably do quite a bit of damage to his main base, but down here, Huck just panicking, trying his best to defend, but units coming in from all over the place. Huck, nice storms though, taking care of all those lings, but that ultra count's still really high. Some immortals coming in though as reinforcements, and at the same time, this drop going on. So Huck fighting on two fronts. Will he be able to hold effectively? Looks like he has 3 Archons and 2 immortals down here. Will clean up those ultralists, but up here, nice, great stalker control, taking care of the force at his main, and Huck still hanging on by his teeth, really. I mean, this is really, really dangerous situation for Huck. Some nice storms going down once again at this expansion, taking care of all the lings, and these 3 ultras not wanting to fight with the immortals. So ultras need that ling backup, but these storms and archons are really just decimating the lings. We do have 3 attack here, so 47 splash damage, so that's like one-shotting lings. I'm not exactly sure how Archon Splash works. It might be tiered. I think it's tiered like a tank. So it probably one-shot one ling and then gets close to killing the other lings. But anyways, you know, just solid, very solid. Yeah, if you look at that, a little over half health in the splash from the Archons there. And oh no, losing some overlords here, actually getting a bit supply blocked. And surprisingly, Junwi running out of resources. This is going to be quite, yeah, look at that, unit loss tab. Huck doing much better. Much stronger control with his units. Much stronger composition. Still really surprised we haven't seen any sort of switch to Broodlords here. And Junwi getting quite low on the minerals, finally. So Huck's actually sitting a little better. And looks like he is going to take out this base. And this Death Ball is looking really strong. But to counter that, we are seeing a drop in the main, so this is going to do a lot of damage to Huck. Plus an attack down here going to take out this base. Huck needs to basically go back to his main to deal with this. He has some High Templar here and some Zealots, but he's going to lose, you know, some stuff here. And also this force getting intercepted on the way. Bunch of roaches, maybe not the best choice, but definitely better than Mass Ling, I think, coming in here and kind of stopping Huck from really getting back to his base. So in the meantime, these forces, though, some of the forces of Huck actually did get back and did finally take out that force of Junwi, but not before it did a lot of damage. And now these roaches are just continuing to pressure Huck as well, trying his best to not allow Huck to get another base. But Huck still looking very solid. Looking at the Protoss player's base, or Zerg player's base, he still has a much higher food count, but he's just not able to end this game. And not really sure. Well, the big thing is he's just not switching. I mean, he went Ultras, which are kind of bad, and then he never got Broodlords. Like, Broodlords are just so clutch against Protoss that's really surprising that Junwi has not got any. So once again, going to drop here, but Huck's going to be ready for it. Even going to snipe some Overlords ahead of time. 1 Overlord down, 2 Overlord down, 3 Overlord down, and finally just about everything's released, but not too cost effective. I mean, we have a pretty large force here, able to clean it up very quickly, and he lost a lot of stuff there. So just continuing to lose more and more forces for really not cost-effective value. I don't know what you call it. In the meantime, doing another attack down here. Looks like he might actually break this, though, and that's going to be huge, taking out another mining base of Huck, and that was definitely worth it here, as taking this out is just going to be huge. As long as he can snipe that Nexus, he took care of this one down here, and then Huck is back to 3 base, and it looks like 1 mining base that's almost mined out. So this is a very, very precarious situation for Huck. Just to the fact that Junwi can continue to reinforce. He has 6,000 gas, though. He should switch to something else, like maybe Mass Mute again, but besides the point, he can continue to build stuff, well, Huck is basically at a standstill here. He does not have any mining base, and it's, you know, his army might be pretty decently sized. No, not really. Not very good at all. And so Junwi basically can just throw stuff at him until Huck runs out of resources. I mean, as he still has 1, 2, 3, 4 mining bays. Really solid. Huck, long distance mining, just kind of trying his best to hang in here. I mean, looking at the income tab, only 30 workers, so his army's still kind of comparable. If you think about it, he has 100, so it's like a 70. Well, here, the resource score of the armies are pretty close, even though the food supply is quite a bit different. But you have to remember, after this battle goes down, even if Junwi loses it, he can just re-macro up again and then probably crush Huck. So this is looking very, very bleak for Huck. Does not look like he's going to be able to take this game, but you never know. Crazier things have happened, like, for example, if Junwi just moved his army past Huck's or something, or just had terrible, terrible positioning. Some nice storms going off, doing a lot of damage, catching all those lings. So the ling's going to go down really quickly, but just so many roaches. Huck does not have enough to deal with it, and there is the GG. So Liquid Huck getting taken out by Junwi, who is just really, really flexing his late game Zerg teeth in this game. But very, very good game between these two players. Really entertaining to watch. So I hope you guys did enjoy it as much as I did. And also, let me know if my sound sounds better. And the one of this, let's see. Oh yeah, and I know probably a lot of people have cast these Huck games. Okay, I just wanted to watch them anyway, so I figure I might as well cast them when I watch them. So yeah, in before, I've already seen this game. So, yep. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy, and with that, I'll see you later.